Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this event, and it is an honor for me to speak at this community, and I'm so excited about it. Today, I want to share my speak about the Google Cloud AI agent and practical hack for smarter business growth. In this talk, I will share some things on the automated essential text with smart agent hacks and develop the agent and reduce the operational cost and times, deploy the agent that maximize your team productivities, and innovate with customized solution, and most importantly, build with best of Google Cloud, Gemini, the agent development kit, and Vertex AI. I also share with you memory bank, Vertex AI memory bank that recently Google Cloud released. Also, I will introduce you GenAI processor. Failure. I want to start from my talks from the failure actually. Various reports and studies indicate the high percentage of the companies struggle to failure to success to build and implement AI product. While exact figure can vary depending on the source and definition of failure, commonly cited statistics that is around 80 to 85% of AI projects fail to meet their expectation are ultimately abandoned. But why? Individual resource and survey report showing this most of the projects are getting failed. Why it is getting failed? Because of poor data quality and availability. If your data is not correct, accurate, and meaningful, and it was not relevant against your use case, it is the pro quality data. Lack of the clear objective and misleading goals. When someone either transform their business on the AI or newly implement AI into their project or migration, they have a lack of clear objective and misaligned goals. They sometimes feel hesitation or hallucination, confused about their actually clear objectives. Unrealistic expectation and highs. They are so super excited. They are going to use the AI, but they does not know properly actually what they want to solve using the AI. This is the unrealistic expectations. Insufficient fund and resource. Most of the time, they don't have the insufficient fund and resource, especially resource, and integration challenge, and the lack of trust and adoption. I start my speak with the failure because we need to understand why most of the company are struggling to implement AI. There is something that is missing. I will share to this missing or gap information with you how we can overcome and what is the pinpoint we can follow when we will deploy or developing any project on the AI. Also, I will share you how Google Cloud helping you to build and dream come true and see the reality in your use case in the market. Why I share with you failure concept first? Because we need to understand actually what is the an agent. A lot of people talking about the AI agent. Some of people thinking, wow, this is chat system. We can we use it before. Okay, we can get help in virtually. We can talk with. sales agent and get the information. This is the agent, AI agent. What is the AI agent? Basically, basically, think of Gen AI agent as a digital assistant with a mission. It observes, analyzes, and take action to achieve a specific goal, much like a human world would. An AI agent observe, it scan its environment data, input, and user requests to understand the context. That means the AI agent have the ability to understand the input and user request overall environmental context actually is what happening, what type of request are users sending and what kind of data he's receiving, but all of this case scenario. After that, this AI agent make the decision. It's process the information and determine the best course of action. Then action taker, it execute the tasks, whatever the answering the question, automating the workflows, and generating the insight in all pursuit of its objective. In short, it is an intelligent system that does not just think, but act to get things done. This means at AI agent means a solution that can think and make a decision itself. It will not run or do any activities, just maintenance the predefined any rules or set of rules or any set of data. It can be read the data, data types, and what type of user perspectives or subjective or type of discussion they are doing. They can extract it, they can think it, and make decision itself. It is called like the an AI agent. It also it can take any action. Suppose, as example, I asked, I need to, I made the payment, but I need the refund. Without any human intervention, this AI agent can it done. He will make a refund for me instantly. It's got like the actions. He can think my request. He can analyze my request. After that, he can make a decision himself. An AI agent just not only follow the instruction or any request, he can it can cooperate with other agent. As a human, if we consult it with another person to give any service, it sometimes it time consuming, sometimes lack of the understanding, sometimes it's not expert is the my requested person. So it will interrupt somehow and it will take time. And we are when we go to any company to get any service with the support center, you will see how much they take the time. They have the automation system, but still they take the time. Several times they consult each other, okay, but they are not overcome this solve this solution. But an AI agent can do it done immediately because it have a ability to interact with other agent to cooperation and to make the decision. AI agent was traditional software. Actually, AI agent is it the chatbot or it is the software? As a AI agent was traditional software because AI agent can do a lot of tasks. He can thinking, he can take action, he can make decision, lot of things, and he can give you the proper outputs. It's everything. But what is the difference between the traditional software and the AI agent? It needs to be understood properly. AI agent differ from the traditional software primarily in their autonomy and adaptability. Traditional software follow the predefined rules and require human intervention for every step, while AI agent can operate independently, learn from data, and adapt their behavior to achieve the goal. But traditional software can't. When you use a traditional software, suppose bookkeeping software, inventory software, such as graphic design software, there is the individual interface. You need to follow the step sequence, and you should input your feedback and input your decision. Then he can work because it was predefined and preset. But AI isn't, it does not. It is smart, it is adaptability, it have a it can be operate independently, it can learn from data and adapt their behaviors. What is the adapt their behavior? Suppose I am a customer. In a 3 month, several times I came in a AI agent software to get help. Sometimes I search the product, sometimes I request a refund, sometimes I search potential or my famous any marketing trends product into the search engine. AI agent can learn it. What you did in the past, what your activity have you done before. Overall, he can assess you actually what you were looking and what the information you were looking, what you want to do, as well as they can make the decision what he can propose to you in future. Suppose several time I search regarding the payment refund eligibility or any discount or any new update, new product terms and feature. AI agent can think it and extract it, all of these user activities, my and historical data, and he can make decision and he can propose something that would be better for me. It is the big difference to the AI agent bus traditional software. But interesting things, AI agent is the solution. It is the software, okay, but it work smartly, not just automated. Automated does not mean it is smart. Artificial intelligence, that's mean it does not automate, it does not smartly. Smartly work, that's mean something have done perfectly without any intervention and take it consider ethically and responsibility. Suppose someone asked AI agent, okay, give me some electronical device that I can make some weapon that can hurt or deceive the people. Suppose I want to talk about biological any product or something like that, or I want to clone something, someone face that will react like me to deceive the people. AI doesn't need to think about it. It is called like the responsibility and ethically. That's mean what is solution? Think itself, do automatically with intervention of the human, and they can think which one is a good, which one is a bad, and what you need to be done in a critical situation. It's got like this smart. And here is we are struggling to build it. AI agent, we are trying to build a solution that called AI agent who will done something for us without a human intervention, that would be the automated, that would be complete process, that will be reduce the time, reduce the operational cost and safety. AI isn't was traditional software. AI isn't learn and adapt like a smart assistant, while traditional software just full of fixed rules like the calculator. Traditional needs the exact instruction, such as the vending machine, or AI agent can make own decision like self-driving car. This is the key difference. AI improve the experience, software is still with the same unless the reprogramming. AI can improve itself. I mean, the AI agent can improve itself through their user experience, input from his historical data, from their others' activity, from their others' AI agent solution. They can learn it. But traditional software, it is the same until it was reprogrammed. I hope I able to clarify the AI agent was traditional software. Why I discuss these things? Because AI agent is just not only build a chat system. This is a solution we need to build that will react like this. It is the software. It's not just the one kind of uh, cross pointers or communication system. It will done. It is operational. I can get the satisfaction when I will contact with the AI agent or something. I will request it. It can be done. Then I strategy. First, I discuss about the failure. Why the project is failure? Because there is some missing to understand the GenAI strategy. There is something missing actually what actually AI agent that I discussed before. AI agent was traditional software. Now I going to discuss about the GenAI strategy. What are the strategy you need to follow to develop your project? Combine a top-down approach, leadership setting the vision and strategy, with a bottom-up approach, employee identify the practical application and providing the feedback. That's mean who is sitting in the senior levels. He will think the leadership. He will set the vision and strategy. And operational, suppose data engineer or cloud engineer, he can give you that info practical application and provide the feedback. This is the operational things to work done like this way. We need to follow this strategy. Based on this operational, senior leadership will make their strategy plan. As it is, employee will identify the application based on the senior leaders' vision and strategy. Let us find out actually what kind of strategy we need to think. Actually, priority is the focus in GenAI implementation with the clear business value. Level up the strategy, we need to focus actually where I need to implement AI and it need to be clear the business value. There is any business value what the project I'm doing. Suppose I'm building a solution, the people will get a traffic notification. What time will bus come? What time will train come? It will be benefited for my user or not. We need to find out this business value first. Then exploration, encourage the experiment and collaboration to discover the value in a GenAI application. We need to do some experiment actually, what we try to do, and we need to collaboration and discover the resource and expertise, whatever we need, do some experiment, to learn actually what we want to do and to what is the Gen AI, what is the AI, okay, how it is to work, a lot of things to understand, study too. Then we need to responsible AI. We need to think what the project we are doing is it need to follow the established ethical guidelines that ensure secure and responsible AI development. It means that I'm working on uh, London. I need to think the government rules and regulation, privacy policy, the what the project I'm developing was meet these guidelines or not. This is one of things. Resourcing, invest data strategy, leverage the existing resource and develop AI talent. we need to think what the project we and what the solution we are trying to develop. There is an available resource, suppose available data, expertise, educated people, whatever, expert people. We need to find out this resource impact, measure the general impact on the business, go and demonstrate the tangible benefit. What the impact? Suppose we are building one product on the environment, smoking, to detect the smoke, how many people are doing smoking in this environment. It will affect any publicly. There is an improvement will be. We need to find out this kind of things is the impact and benefit. What the benefit we will get it. It is alongside with the business value as well. Continuous improvement. We need to continuously refine and optimize. When we will work, we need to think, plan properly, we need to learn properly, we need to adapt and resource. Everything is need to be one by one. And where is this gap? And what we need to, it always need to be refined and optimized and modification based on our your project requirement. So this is the very key point. Before you starting the project, you need to set the proper general strategy. Otherwise, you will not able to get to the proper destination. I mean, your project will not be success because you did not fix the your actually what is your destination and to what your goals, what is your business value, is it will work on your society or not, and what the field you are working, it is meet with your requirement or not. This need to be defined into these strategic platforms. AI project need to be considered. When you build a product or project, whatever you say, you need to think it, take some consideration actually. This is the solution. How many people will use? Where you will implement it? How you will customize it? What would be the user interaction and privacy, latency, connectivities, people, money, peoples, and times. You need to, because when we build any solutions, we need to think how many people will use this product, who will use this product. If we can't identify it, we lose the user credibility. Also, we need to design the infrastructure, the my solution I build and I put in this online, but it was come at a time, suppose 200 people, 2000 people are come, it will be run, our system will be respond or not. As well as if it was the worldwide solution, all over the world, people will try to use it. What we need to think about is how can design a solution that will cover the latency, availability. You need to make sure that connectivity, how your solution will react and behavior and will use it. It was completely connect with the different type of resource. It can be different. Suppose it can be used in a smart device or offline or online, okay, as well as it is based on the people interest. It was properly established the solution that we try to build that will be used by the people, that will be uh, connect with the people, their expectation, fulfill their expectation or not. The money, the what is the budget for this development? We need to fix before, do some experiment, do some research to find out actually what is the budget we need to develop in this project, and time. What is how much time we need to fulfill to succeed this project. The before we try to develop any project based on the AI, we must think about it. The project is scale, customization, user interaction, privacy, latency, connectivity, people, money, and times. Let us some deep drive. Actually, we called a solution that name is the agent. So what is the agent actually will work based on? Agent have some components to work, such as reasoning roof, tools and models. I work with the AI agent. My AI agent will interact with the people, same things, or one request after one request, or it should be the roof, the again and again to make the decision. This is the reasoning roof. Suppose I said I need the refund. So my AI agent will think about it, his eligibility and something. Okay. In the meantime, user sent another request. Okay, I want to this refund will be changed with to buy another product somehow. Roof one request after one request, or one request completed with the multiple request. This is the reasoning roof to try. So what's the tools and models? Tools you can call it is function actually. Function act like a tools. Suppose you request something, you order something, and you need to place this order, and your AI agent will take this order and save into your database, and it will read it from the database to build up the database connection. It will manage by this function. It can you can call it the tools or kind of the models. Model is the main core point as well. Suppose we know about the Gemini. Gemini is the brain now for AI agent. Whatever the your smart solution you're developing, where Gemini is the main brain. Okay, he can run or he can do whatever you asked. He can do it. Suppose you asked to the content generation, you asked for image generation, you asked for video generation, you asked for summarize some things. He can do it. But this is the library of set of the algorithm or set of the function. Individuals model they have, we will use this model into the AI agent. Type of agent, deterministic and traditional agent that are built with the predefined path and action, and generative agent that are defined with the natural language using the LLMs to give you the real conversation feel to your chatbot. That I said the before the traditional software and AI agent. AI agent as a, also the software, but it is characteristic is different. It is not deterministic. It is generative. It was work with large language models that can think itself. We will deep dive into the models further, and also I will explore about the tools, how tools model and reasoning roof is working, perspectives of to build up the agent components. How actually work the AI agent? First starting input is the prompt. Element large language model, he just understand first input set of the instruction. We think suppose we work, we meet the individual people, we need to set ourselves how I will talk with him. If he is the different language or different natives, we need to set the mind he is the different accent, different natives, different nationality, different come from the nationality. I need to set the correspondence preference. But as a generative AI, this is very crucial role play as the prompt. And here is some techniques you need to be implemented. Here, zero shot, asking the model that I talked before, the large language library that will work for you. Asking the model to complete a task with prior example, or one shot, providing the model with one example to learn. Few shot, giving the model multiple example to learn. Role, assigning a persona to model to influence its styles, tone, and focus. Prompt changing, engaging it back in forth conversation with AI. That means I'm asking to do something for my AI agent. I can ask like, okay, give me, write a letter for me, subject of, I want to send a special message or any weddings, uh, message, invitation message to my friend. She write one message, whatever he want, what he is thinking like to say. If we give you the one example to this, my agent, okay, write one message like this way, this format, or example of the tone, or what the feelings I want to share with him. Give some hints to him as example. Your agent will give you the response like this way. Also, we can give the multiple example that called the few short example. Give the two, three example. Then AI agent will think, okay, this is the example, pretty different example they give me. They will think it in best, they will choose the best one for you and give you the response. This is one of the roles. Suppose if you define the roles for your AI agent, that you are a sales manager, you need to sell this product, and this is the product, you have this attribute, this is the benefit, this is the advantage, but you need to react as the true salesman. That means systematically this algorithm find itself he is a salesman, and he will react like the salesman, and he will give you the more precise and true and perfect and accurate response for you as a salesman. Prompt changing, engaging is back and forth conversation with AI. Suppose what we have discussed before and what I discuss now, that will be interlinked, connected. You can think between to this request, between to this prompt. Prompt just mean to one single request, one single order, one single input. They can think at linking between to this request, and he can make the decision based on. As example, uh, I'm talking about the football, about different type of player, different type of games, and I try to understand very specific things. Suppose how penalties work, how scoring system is work. I ask this question, and he can give you the potential response, as well as he can request, do you want to learn something based on this metrics, or based on the scoring system, how it was work. You can think this is prompt changing, engaging with the between two conversation, what I conversation did before and what I am requesting now. He can build up the interconnection, stay temporarily. Here's some behavior or techniques for reasoning group that I discussed before. React, reason and react. enables the LLM to analyze the user query, think step by step, and take the appropriate action that I told before. So whatever the query I have made before and now, they can assess it and he can make decision and they can suggest it the potential request or potential further information that we suggest as address as what you want that will be helpful for us. The chain of thought got improve the problem solving by breaking down tasks into the intermediate reasoning step and often using the example. Suppose uh, we are working the one of this big cases scenario. If you give the instruction to him to do all of the tasks in at a time as a summary task, it will not work. If you split it at smallerize and small of the portion or small tasks, okay, step by step, he will understand better way and give you the accurate information and accurate response. Meta prompting guides the AI to create, refine, interpret other prompt and enhancing flexibility and control. These techniques help the structural LLM reasoning to for better accuracy and efficiency. This prompt, this technique also help for your accuracy, efficiency, as well as the cost times. So if you properly set your define your prompt and you follow the prompt guides, how you need to set the instruction and proper structure way, you will get the perfect and correct response. Tooling. When you build a agent, you need to use the different type of function and you need to do different type of cross pointers and you need to different done the different type of the connectivity. Suppose you are working as a hospitals, sorry, you are building as a hospitals patient management system. You need to connect with the doctor. You need to connect with the pharmacist. You need to connect the appointment bookings. Lot of you need to connect with the surgical or operational department. Lot of department, a lot of system. You need to communicate each other if you want your solution work perfectly to interact and communicate collaboration together. You need to connect. It's called via the API connection. External services you can retrieve. Function, you can define a specific action or task. When you build a agent, you need to declare the function. This is the function will work in a specific task. Suppose connect with the database, retrieve the water information, make the payment, and send the payment confirmation. Different of plugins, ready-made solution that was built pre-built solution. You have keep the opportunity your solution can connect with the other solution. That's been other agent part of this agent activities. The communicating for specific tasks and solving your specific problem through these pre-built functionalities or pre-built solution to interconnecting with this via these plugins. Right, retrieval augment generation. This is the one of very supporting resource for your agent. How your agent will work? Without data, without data is nothing. You have the large language models, but your large language need to the information data. But this data and this information is not sufficient only. When he provide the response, how you rely on this response? Suppose I asked about one of the vitamins, about the vitamins, how this vitamin will work for me or not. Suppose side problem, suppose here disease, any kind of things. any marketing purpose, how you will understand this is the right information you have received? That means your agents need to be connected with external source of information. And here is this, the RAG concept is come. The LLM retrieves the relevant information from an external source using the toolings that I discussed before. We through the function, through the plugins, through the API, you will connect your agent with other solution as called like different department, different solution, different company, different solution. You need to be interconnection, communication, and this make a decision. Then your agent will make the decision. Here is the argument generation. The what's happen if it was connect with the external source of information? It will be verified. It will be reliable source. It should be defendable, reliable, trustable. Augmentation, the retrieve information is incorporated into the prompt to the LLM. The LLM process the prompt and generate the response. And iteration, the LLM can iterate on retrieve the process as necessary. I asked this one question. If you can check this chat, that chart I have written it here. You can make the query through the prompt, receive the models, and model go through the vector device and give you the output. It can be loop because the agent always work into the reasoning loop, and function and others element support him. But we need to make sure this is the reasoning loop is working perfectly with the proper uh, step that was not breakdown or interruption here. For that reason, we need to carefully structure the prompting in a proper structure, including rules and system instructions for your agent. Customer engagement suite. Google Cloud offer different type of tools and platform to build up the generative AI agent. They have the enterprise level solution. They have the single application solution for specific tasks. Suppose you can do any experiment with Bartex AI Studio or Gen AI Studio. You can run any model to testing and call the API, and you can done it for simple or single based AI agent. But when you work is a very enterprise and robust and custom application, you need to go through it this Google Cloud customer engagement suite. Here is the conversational agent that will give you the tools and support your company in engaging with the customer effectively, which can be built on top of the Google Contact Center as a service, an enterprise-grade contact center solution that is native to the cloud. Conversational agent act as an effective chatbot to your customer. It will work very dedicatedly with your customer. And alongside the agent assist, support your live human contact center agent. When conversational agent find out any process or any interruption that needs the human help, then agent assist will help you with this demand. And conversational insight. Google Cloud have this platform, the conversational insight. It doesn't matter which platform are you are using. Conversational insight can grasp all of the interaction, all of these activities from the conversational agent and assistant agent, human intervention or human cells. Everything can grasp and analyze and give you the important insight for your agent. Actually, your agent, how your agent is working, how your agent is performing, and what kind of activities they is doing. Everything you can analyze by the conversational insight. AI search. You can search the recommended solution for your business and agent space. Google have another platform, the agent space. integrate the customized search and conversational agent that can access and understand data from various internal sources into your organization and internal website or dashboard. This is the another platforms. We can build a smart solution that will just work internal organization internally. So we have the one company, this is the multiple department. We want to build some solution that will be use our internal documentation and give you the accurate information for our staff, for training, for service, not in the customer facing. It is very effective here. Notebook ML enterprise and agent space. Notebook, this is the another platforms. You can integrate your internal source or your specific document or a specific website or a specific data connection with this notebook enterprise. And it can be analysis, give you the insight and accurate information, just your specific data source. But agent space can connect all of this connected source, not to the specific document. That is more vast and more widely uses and widely benefited using for enterprise levels. It serves a different purpose, but it's work together. Agent engine. Agent engine and agent space are both Google Cloud offering the related to a agent, but they serve the different purpose. Agent engine is a framework for deploying, managing, and scaling the agent in the production, while agent space is a platform for building, discovering, and using AI agent with an enterprise environment. We learned the agent space giving the opportunity to connecting different type of data source and sharing the information, giving the accurate response, everything. But what happened beyond the side, behind the side, how it will work, operational activities. It is an infrastructure, it's management, it operational activities that will managed by the as agencies that you can done as well as alongside with the Vertex AI. We will learn about more about this edit in engine in further. Now, I will discuss about the agent development gain. Actually, I'm going through the overview something about before the project start and after the start, what tools and platform Google Cloud have, and how and what purpose you will use these tools and technology, what kind of tasks are they are doing, and what kind of benefit you are getting to build up the agent. But here is the another things, you can find out the tools, you can find out the language, you can find out the platforms to develop the agent. But how you will deployment this agent in the right structure? You need the proper framework. This is the framework for development the agent. A modular framework for building and deploying the AI agent, optimized for Gemini and Google, but works with any model or development setup. ATK simplify the agent development, enabling the scalable solution from basic tasks to complex workflows with a software engineering approach. I discussed before to clarify the actually what is the agent and what is the traditional software. I said the traditional software because we are a long time use the software, that we are familiar with the software. For that reason, I said the traditional software. That means as it is there also the software, but we call it the AI agent. That is more than something. But how you develop the software as a software engineering concept, development concept, the same concept as in development. The agent development is the key, it is the procedure, it's the framework, it's the guidelines, how you can easily develop your AI agent to follow all of this standard uh, procedure. This is the modular framework. We are who is the software development? sector or software engineering, we are familiar with the MVC framework or microservices, big solution you can keep in the small part of this, the modular, small section you can put it. What the benefit it is give you the efficiency, management facilities, adaptability facilities, operational facilities, advantages, and debugging facilities. Is one solution it does not work, you can just concentrate on one specific solution. You don't need to be debugging overall all of the system because one system can be combined the multiple solution together. It's called the modularity. You can separate each of solution in a separate logic, separate environment. Sometimes a lot of complex functional, complex tasks you need to be done. For that reason, you need to individual environment dependency that also you can cover this modularity environment. So what I said, this is the very complex workflows will managed by agent development kit ADK. We know the AI agent is a process. AI doesn't run with the logically environment. So they have a very complex workflow project. How you will manage it? You need to be a lot of procedure, a lot of techniques you need to do. But when you focus on this development procedure, development technique, development plan, or organizing, that will be difficulties. And here is the solution. You can do it using the agent development kit. There is a lot of framework in the outside, but you can use this as a development kit in the very flexible way to run displaying this command. I will discuss about actually how you will able to deploy and development as I using the agent development kit as a agent with the tools. I discussed it this before. When you build the AI agent, your AI agent to do some complex tasks, activities, decision makings. So you can't write all of these function and working procedure or actions in one hand. They will do the different type of. You need to get some flexibility. You can interact with the other solution. How you will do? ADK brings the, some pre-built tools. Pre-built tools that's been ready to use functionality such as Google search, code execution, and retrieval augment generation RAG tool. And third-party tools. Seamlessly integration the tool from external library like the LangChain and Crew AI. Custom tools, the ability to create the custom tools tailor the specific requirement by using language specification, construct, and agent as a tool. The SDK also provides the synchronized capability through the long-running functions tools. Function Distance tool. You can use the predefined tools from the individual platforms like the LangChains, like the Crew AI. They have a thousand of ready-made function for the individual tasks. You don't need to develop it. You just call it into the ADK and it will work automatically. This is the flexibility to build the multi AI agent into the ADK development kit. Session object. What is the session object and what the task there? We always the familiar about the session when you go to browse anything or you manage your shopping cart order that you need to think or keep the some information temporary so that a visitor can retrieve this information and pass quickly as suppose specific logging timeout or what the activities we have done few moments ago. You can retrieve this information and do some action. A isn't based on the logical reasoning. So this is the very important part of the rules for play the rules to the A agent, but it was work temporary. If the session object is created by the session service, when the user interacts with an agent, it stores all data related to the single chart thread. Created the part chart thread by the session service, it stores the conversational data, identification, app name, and user ID. Who is doing the conversation? What is the app? What's the solution name? They will keep a track. Times that will be recorded for temporary. Your activities update that can be used for further discussion. But when you close the chat, it will be deleted. Here is the session life cycle. You can check how AI agent play the rules in a session using the session life cycle. When you asked user asked any request, it was processed by the event group and runner and serviced, then it was stored temporarily. Session bus long-term knowledge is the memory service. Session is working for temporary, but memory service acts as a searchable archive of the past conversation as well as external data. I said you can use the session in the short term, but memory service, you can use the long-term conversation, even it was the past conversation you can access as well as in the external data. Suppose the add session to the memory, when ingest the data, okay, it was add the session to the memory and search the memory, latest agent retrieve the relevant historical external information when needed. So we are doing some correspondence. It was internal system or the external source. All can be tracked as the memory services. Here is the Google Cloud ADK bring the two memory service roles here. One called is the Vertex AI Memory Bank ADK. Dynamically stores the long-term memory from user conversation, enables the agent to recall the personalized information across the session for contextual interaction. We can save it, we can continue to use for past response, past story, as well as from the external source through the Vertex AI Memory Bank in ADK. Why memory is important? Traditional LLM-based agents typically operate without a memory, treating each interaction as isolated from the last. This lack of continuity, often described as the amnesia, prevent them from maintaining the long-term context. Integrating the long-term memory, such as the Vertex AI Memory Bank, enable agent to retain the context across the conversation, personalize the response using the historical data, develop the richer understanding of the user preference and behavior. Google Agent Development Kit offers a powerful foundation for building the intelligent agent. When combined with the tools like Memory Bank, it opens the door to more advanced context-aware capabilities. Suppose my agent is working. Okay, I'm giving some activities doing, but he does not remember the past history. Even he can't offer my any based on the my previous cross pointers or something like that. That means if we use the Vertex A memory bank, we can do this flexibility. Now my AI agent can react and respond more smartly and more what called like based on the user activities, based on the user preference as the before and afters. Choosing the right memory service. When you use the memory in memory service, when you use the Vertex memory bank service, path system, no data, data is lost on the restart. You can use the in-memory service. If you have the agent, you don't need the previous conversation for long times. When you start, you can use the memory in service. Managed service by Vertex AI. Vertex memory bank service used by the Vertex AI. Primary use case, prototyping, local development, and simple testing, and is to full conversation. If I want to show the some prototype of local development or simple testing. I can use the in-memory service. If I want to building the meaningful evolving memories from the user conversation, then we need to use the Bartix memory bank services. Extract meaningful information from conversation and consolidate it with existing memory powered by LLM. Basic keyword matching. Suppose we can search capabilities in the in-memory service, basic keyword, we can search from the in-memory service. But in a Bartix memory bank, we can search advanced semantic search. Setup complexity. In-memory service, there is no setup complexity. It's default. Dependency none. When you want to search across your multiple session, start histories for prototyping. In-memory service, we can search the session for multiple session in the chart histories for the prototyping, not production. But when we use it, the agent remember and learn from the past interaction. This is the very important. I want my agent will learn from the past history. Then we use the Vertex AI memory services. We need to the Google Cloud project and Vertex AI API, and to go require the agent engine in the Vertex AI. Multi-agent systems. Until now, I talking about the agent. Now I will talk about the multi-agent. I mentioned before, ADK development kit help you to build a multi-agent system that multi-solution, and each of solution with correspondence with the other. The agent development kit enables developer to create more reliable and multi-step behavior with generative AI models. Rather than relying on the length, unpredictable prompt, you can design a structure flow of specialized agents that collaborate to solve the complex tasks by dividing responsibility. Here we can see there is a root agent and sub-agent, and you can labeling it was sub-agent and parent agent, okay, but you need to rely on the root agent to cooperate with all of these agents together. We will see in further. This is the modular architecture offered by Benefit. Simplify the design, break down the program into the discrete agent, each with clear roles and responsibility. Enhanced reliability. Task-specific agent can be fine-tuned with target example for consistent performance. Better organization. A structured workflow make it system more initiative and easier to manage. Easier maintenance and improvement. Updating and debugging the individual agent minimize the unintended side effect. Reusable component agent can be easily respond across the different workflows. That's what I'm talking is the cooperation. I'm talking about the maintainability. I'm talking about the readability. I'm talking about the organizing, how you have the big solution, multiple departments connected with each other solution. If you choose this modular architecture, you can easily manage it, break down it. You can find out one single problem for a specific module. You can set the specific roles. You can set the specific responsibility, each of these agent, and it will react based on their rules and responsibility. And it will cooperate with each other based on these rules and responsibility. Callback. And the AI agent have the callbacks ADK callbacks, flexibility control over the agent execution. Your agent have the function, but it need to be execution, either internally or externally. Callbacks lets the developer monitor and modify an agent behavior at key stages without changing the core ADK code. The serve as a customizable hook into the agent workflow, enabling the observation and intervention while maintaining the framework integrity. You can look how the callback is working on this agent. Before agent callback and after agent callback. It will interact with the model and tools by these chronicles figure out the expense as the root and serves the before and after agent behavior. Deploy the ATK agent to agent engine. Vertex AI engine, formerly known as the LangChain on Vertex AI reasoning engine, is the fully managed Google Cloud service, enabling the developer to deploy the managed and scale AI agent in the production. It is another great opportunity. You can cut off the times and operational time cost to make this plant. To all of this, your AI agent development, you can run and play with this under the agent engine. It will take care of this deployment and the scales and everything for your production. MCP tool. What is the MCP? Modular context protocols. We already know our agent have the tools, our agent have the function. I talk about the agent can interact with the other agent. That's mean the inside this agent, the lot of functionality, lots of tools, it will not work standalone. It need to be interact with each function to another, each tool to another tools. How it will cooperate? What the flexibility way it can be operate? It need to be centralized from the one platform to. Here is the concept is come the MCP, modular context protocols. Suppose your agent connect to the individual data source and you want to manage from the central position. Here's the MCP protocols. You can use it and it will work. You can see this, my chart and diagrams, how user and application development kit connect with the MCP and the MCP connected with individual data source best easily. And MCP server will manage very simultaneously and comfortable way without any intervention and interruption. And it will give you the centralized field and centralized correspondence for each of these tools that will cooperate with each other. How MCP work with ADK? ADK enables the seamless interaction with its MCP tools. Consuming the MCP service using the external tools in your agent, exposing ADK tools for implementation details, MCP tool documentation, covering ADK's MCP client, connecting agent to the existing MCP server, ADK tools as a MCP service, managing your tools available to any MCP client that I discussed about, internally communication to MCP2 function, functional rules, tools, MCP2 rules. Sorry for interrupting. Sorry. ADK tools and services. That means MCP, modular context protocol, relation with the tools, not an agent. They will interact with each tool to another tools. ADK observability. We need the observability that tracks the agent workflow metrics, latency, token, and state, offer the hooks for custom monitoring and debugging, help the optimize, audit, and troubleshoot agent like the software system. We develop the AI agent, but we need observation actually. Is it was working the right working flows? It was metrics, there is a latency problem, readability problem, and availability problems. We need to find out. We need to monitorings, debuggings, help the optimize, audit, and troubleshoot agent like the software system. We build a solution, we need to monitoring it so that we can debuggings and we can maintenance and we can make the further improvement plan. Here is a lot of some of these third-party platforms you can integrate as an agent of RGX and phonics and loggings through this ADK observability section. Everyday agent. We built the AI agent and we it was working and it was observed, but we need to evaluate it, this agent actually. It was working, is the correct, what I expected? Is it what he is, the agent response to me, is it the correct? It is fulfill our requirement, it is fulfill our expectation. This need to be evaluated. Define the success criteria, critical tasks and metrics before the testing. I build a solution, I build the AI agent. I need to define my success margin or my critical tasks metrics before the testing. Actually, what outcome I want. I need to make the proper plan and write it down so that I can assess it. No, this is the working this levels. What are the evaluated trajectory to use? Compare the agent actually step was expected steps. Man, what I expected and what I take actually, what I run and what I get the response and what I expected from my input. It need to be defined so that this matrix, each order, any order mess or the system called recall or single tool check, it will help you to evaluation. Final response, assess the output accuracy, relevancy, and correctness. Whatever the my AI agent give me the response, it need to be accurate, relevance, and correctness. Here is the a trajectory evaluation example. I have put it here. Expected step, determine intent, use to, and review the result. Actually, step determine intent, use to, review the result. And what my logical reasoning and what the tool I used and what the result I used got, I need to review these things. Use the strict exactness for critical tasks and flexibility. Any order for exploratory agent, we need to be evaluating it. Now it's come agent to agent, A to A protocol. What is the A to A protocol and when we can use this A to A protocols in our agent? I discussed it before. My agents need to be cooperate with other agent. It can be my own solution as my own development environment into different agent or the third party solution. It's called like the agent. That means external and internal. That can be communicated secretly internally without sharing any memory and other resources. They will share the knowledge and give you the response. Your agent needs the real-time structure communication with another ADK-based agent, delegating tasks, squaring specialized agent, low latency workflow. A2 agent, it's a low latency agent. That means you can run and communicate with from any location that will be covered the low latency. There is no proper bandwidth. You can run this workflow and communication. For high-speed interaction where the agents share the same runtime or network on HTTP overload. Stateful coordination. Agents need to maintain the context across the multiple exchanges, change reasoning, multi-step workflows. A travel booking agent used A2A to query the flight pricing agent and real-time code. Did you notice? That means we building the AI agent, but this agent is not the same. It needs to be uh, ability to connecting with the other agent to make the decision and get to the result. Here is the common the A2 agent. Let's mean the we hear about the modular context protocols MCP. MCP will connect with the tools, and A2 agent to agent connect with one agent to another agent. A2 agent to agent direct communicating optimized for ATK native interaction and MCP agent to tool standardized protocol optimized for interoperability. So it's to A2A Pro tightly coupled agent choose MCP for integrating external tools and service. Now deploying your agent. Now we know the agent behavior, how it is work, and logically or functionally how it was connect each other. But when we will try to build how where the infrastructure we should use, it is not rely on your logic. It is just not only rely on your model. Okay, it just not only rely on your tool. You need to choose the perfect infrastructure to run your agent that give you the smooth service. Here is in this section. Agent, you can see the build package container, and container can run from the Vertex agent, Cloud Run, and custom infrastructure, Docker host or GKG on-premises service. It was a self-managed. Google have a different type of ADK development option. Suppose Vertex AI agent engine that I discussed before, best for fully managed auto-scaling agent development. Use case production ready serverless hosting for ADK agent. Cloud Run, best for lightweight containerized development. Use case cost effective auto-scaling for HTTP-based agent. Google Kubernetes engine, best for advanced control and custom Kubernetes needs. Complex development, hybrid cloud, and open model support. We know what is the infrastructure capabilities have. I built the solution. I built the AI agent. It was worked perfectly, giving the correct response, but it need to be operationally done. It need to be availability for my all customer that I discussed before start the project. What the solution you are making, you need to think how many people will be used, where will be used, what is the service area. It's need to define it. And here is this option is below. You need to think carefully. You need to constitute the infrastructure. If it was a single and solution and you just used when you are using, you can use the serverless option based on the request. Different type of AI subscription, you have the price model based on the request, based on the subscription, because model activities and complexity. You can find it from the pricing page from the Google Cloud. How you choose the development option, educate development option. Is the Vertex AI? We know the Vertex AI have the full operational and management and machine learning to life cycles capabilities. Flexibility. GKC have the flexibility, hybrid on-premise and as well, and part and containerized. If we are talking about the balance and flexibility and latency, we can run the cloud run as well. This is the easy flexibility balance. Things to be considered when you choose the educated development option. Here is a code snippet. You can see how you can install the agent engine and how you can declare the agent engines into inside the ADK. And here is the general processor. What is the Gen I processor? It is the new announcement from the Google Cloud. It is related with Gen I application development, as you can call it Gen I agent. Build a scalable, composable AI pipeline for generative AI. This is open source Python framework. Gen I processor is a lightweight Python framework designed for building the modular and synchronized processing workflow. At its core, the ability library introduces the processor pattern, a powerful abstraction for creating efficient parallel content transformation pipeline. What the key feature that they have then? Gen I processor, simply yet powerful API, is processor take a stream of multimodal data, text, image, etc., and output a transformed stream. Native synchronized processing built from the ground up for the high performance and parallel execution. Seamlessly composition, easily chain and combine the processor to create the complex workflow. Multimodal ready, unified handling of diverse data types through the processor part interface. The result, the flexible toolkit that simplify the building production grade generative AI application while maximize throughput and efficiency. The how it will work with the Gen I processor into the Gemini API. I give you the link here working with the live API from the Gen AI. You can scan this QR code and check this update documentation. Also, here is I put some link there. You can start your agent development, the predefined blueprint framework, blueprint and file structure and tutorials from here that will give you the extra uh, advantage to bootstrap and start up to build your AI agent in the first time. whatever I discuss from the project before we start the project to in the project, I try to focus on the past project development decision making. And actually, if you build the AI agent, what the core component inside and how it will work and what kind of tools and technology you need and how Google will help you and what type of tools and platform and framework Google have that you can utilize on your use case to build up your AI agent very faster, efficiency, and very cost effective way. I hope you like this discussion that will help you uh, to build something to inspire you, and you will uh, get the first starting understanding about the Gen AI. Actually, Gen AI agent, actually, what the AI agent, what should be AI agent, how we can call my development AI agent is not working perfectly. Thank you everyone who listened to me. If there is any question,
And thank you, Muhammad, for such amazing demonstration. So the session was recorded. I stop recording. And